is going to
Good thing we weren't saying anything. Good thing we weren't saying anything overly private.
And after that, and now that I told you guys my social security number, we can really get started. Shit. Oh my gosh. How's everybody out there doing? Miguel Rodriguez here for the Bakersfield Gentlemen, and I have a couple of special guests here, making me feel a lot less bearded than I usually already feel. I just realized that when I was looking at the screen. I got to catch up, guys. I got to catch up. But we have the absolutely wonderful Kevin from Cigar Prop and my boy Kyle from Smoke and Revelry in the house today. Both looking fantastic. Guys? Both wearing headphones like they should, while I am just raw dogging life. And I feel less prepared on my own show than I've ever built in my life. And I love you guys for it. I really do appreciate you guys being here.
Oh, you're very welcome. Man. Thanks for having me. Because since you blew me off on the last one, Miguel, so that's cool.
What was the last one?
We set up a show at PCA, and
if you recall, something kind of happened in between now and then, sir.
No. It was. I think that happened like way after, wasn't it?
What do you call it? That was like during that time period.
I don't think it was. I think it was. But I think it was supposed to be like a week after PCA or something, or 2 weeks. Wasn't it?
Oh, then that's my fault. Then if I'll check my dates because I have everything saved. But either way, it was never going to not happen. That's the thing. We're gonna have to make this a reality.
It's a big
on the show.
Yeah, big news, guys. Canada. Oh, did you see that today? All over the news. Was it Quebec and Saskatchewan getting their? They want independence from Canada. They're sick of their shit, and
they're seceding.
They're succeeding. Their talks. Carney, he's over in Europe. Signed the deal with Germany on some submarines, and basically over there, like we're gonna reduce climate change, and that affects the oil fields in like Alberta, and they're pissed. They are pissed. They've been talking about this for a couple of years. So I guess it's
Now, correct me if I'm wrong though. There's more to Canada than just those two places.
Like 90% of the population lives in those two places, I believe. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that. So
my wife.
Go
ahead, Kev. Sorry.
Go ahead.
My wife's grandfather was originally, God rest him, he was originally from Saskatchewan. So Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
So that's nuts. That's absolutely nuts.
Now, I mean, we've had that talk every time a new president gets elected at this point. Some states like it's time to secede. So how credible is this, honestly?
Really, it's really easy for Canada to do it because they're provinces. So there's a bunch of provinces that make up like the country. So I guess it's a whole lot easier than it is for like a state. Like there's no state succeeding. Like it's not happening. But I guess in Canada, I guess it really is like just like a vote, and it's like, hey, we're out.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like we want to fuck off. How do we fuck off?
I'm gonna pack up my hockey sticks and take my game to the other pond. That's the furthest knowledge of my Canadianness goes. I apologize, especially to the Canadian fans. I apologize. I'm sorry. But no, I honestly did not hear about that. We're living in a time period where it feels like every day is something historic to be talking about. So it gets overwhelming. Thank God for Cigar.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I every day I watch everything that's happened in the UK, Ireland, with immigration, and everything, and everyone's fed up. Everybody is fed up with the immigration's a big one. So, but yeah, so I try and keep tabs of all that. But yeah, it's crazy. It's a Trump effect, man. It's going all across the globe.
What do you call it? It's true. It's honestly true. And I'd be a big fan of his. Hate him all you want. There is repercussions and benefits to what's going on out there on both sides.
Guys, give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
You can't go all the way to Canada right now to ask them questions, Kyle. It's not going to work.
Yeah, exactly. So,
all right. Well, he's doing his thing real quick. What are we smoking over there? Yeah, we totally forgot to bring that part up.
Oh yeah. I'm actually, so if you see me, I almost don't want to say what I'm smoking, because if you see me put it down and be like, oh, he must hate that cigar. This is actually one of my cigars, the Real Good Trash, the Certmite Briscar. This is actually, it's from a shipment we got in a couple of months ago, and it came in moist. And, you know, like a lot of cigars come in, you know, these things are rolled in rainforest, you know, in jungles, essentially. So they always come in moist, and they always have a little bit of, they need to be, you know, just kind of dried out a little bit. But man, a lot of these came in at 82%, 83% with, and I'm like, whoo, it's been brutal to get it down. And, you know, I've tried everything. So my latest was, you know, they always have the cellophane and it always wraps over. So I cut the cellophane flush on a couple thousand cigars. You know, I've got them in my compressor style humidors set at like 55 degrees, just trying to just wick the humidity out of them. And it's slowly coming down, but I don't know if they'll be ready this year, you know. And it's just, I mean, so you know how much cigar, when you get a couple thousand cigars in, man, when you got to sit on them things for 6 months, you can't sell them. It kind of sucks, but I refuse to sell a cigar that's not ready, you know, because, like, you know, you burn someone once, you know, they may not come back. So,
God.
Well, no, very true.
That was fun. Dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Nobody threw up, although he's crying hard enough to where he might. I don't fucking know. But no, it's me and my youngest. My wife and my oldest are at like a troop meeting for Boy Scouts, because both of our sons are in Scouts. Cool. And we have the Ring camera system in our house for the front door, garage, and one in our family room. The family room is usually pointed towards the wall on default, and we can like make it move. Well, apparently I looked just to make sure he was still playing his game, just to make sure he was okay, playing his video game like we talked about. And then I hear him screaming outside of my studio door. And first I think he's saying, I thought I saw a spider. I saw a spider. I'm like, where is it? And he's saying, he's like, over there. I'm like, where is it? Where did it go? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, the spider. He's like, no, you were spying on me. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ,
my God.
I said, dude, you know it's me. He's like, I know, but I don't like it. I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, it scares me. I'm like, but it's me. He's like, I don't like it. I'm like, he's like, don't do it again. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I can't even check on my own kid.
That's some 1984 stuff in the house, sir. I'm on your son's side on this.
But he knows it's there. He knows it's there.
Every time I'm at work, if Jessica will trigger the Ring camera up by the front door, and I'll hop on real quick and I'll turn the volume. I'm like, show me your boobs, and I'll scream it at her, and she's like, God damn it, stop yelling that. You know what? You know, because there've been times people have been walking by and they're like, show me your boobs. I'm like, what?
Well, did they do it? I mean, are they going to be cool?
No, they have not. Nobody has.
Random strangers, not very cool. Can't believe it. Richard, Billy, New York Diesel in Florida, very nice. Henry, thank you all for joining us. Real quick, back to Kevin's topic though about not letting cigars out prematurely. I really do appreciate that, and it does suck to have to sit on a product when you know the margins aren't the biggest thing in the world, guys, and time costs money. Like that's why a lot of like distilleries don't do great, because they have to sit on product for so long. That's a whole other problem, obviously, because they have time that they need to spend. But
and how many times have you gotten a cigar in from a manufacturer? You've smoked it. Either they've sent you free samples, or you've bought them and you smoke it and be like, oh boy, this thing it's young, or it's like it's moist, and it's just like, man, you're just irritated because you know, especially if you bought them. Like I bought these, they should be ready to go and ready to smoke. You know, I should not have to age my cigars. You know, and it's just a big year. So I'm never going to sell a cigar. You know, that's why I'll sit on these for maybe a few more months, and we'll see. So I randomly keep pulling them out, seeing how they're smoked. I'll dry box them, you know, for a few days. And so dry boxing, they're smoking great, but this one a little moist. Okay. I check. Yeah. So yeah, they just need to bleed off some humidity, and I don't want to do it too fast. So it is what it is.
Which ones are these? Are you not saying which ones they are?
No, this is mine. You know, the new Real Good Trash. So
okay,
so
gotcha.
we just we changed up the blend a little bit on this one because we couldn't get some of the tobacco, and I didn't want to be like, hey, just try and sneak a cigar in. We'll try and get it close. So this one's going to be like a budget stick in between, like it was supposed to be like a budget stick in between runs, but now I don't know. It's a whole thing. So it is what it is. So if I got to sit on them and until they're ready, we'll just do it. What are you guys smoking?
Definitely feel you on that. I'm smoking one of ours as well. It's California Dreamin' Volume 2. I am down to I'm down to my very last because this is a one-time run for these guys. So I'm trying to enjoy them whenever I can, but that's not going to be a possibility because I have to save some to actually sell and give away, which I don't want to anymore. I want it for me, but that's selfish.
Yeah.
But I definitely know how you feel. Luckily for ourselves, anything that we brought in has only been maybe a couple weeks. Let's let it sit in our humidor, let it get acclimated. Nothing crazy. But the first run we did of Pariah was the Rush and the Noir, and they actually put them in the wrong bands. So they came to us with reversed. The light one was the Color Rush, and then the Dark Maduro was supposed to be the Noir. Black and white. Yeah. And when I see it, I'm just so sad and just kind of crushed. But we're just gonna reband them ourselves. Forget it. I'm gonna do the whole thing. So instead of getting bands, we bought a bunch of stickers. More than half the size of the cigars themselves, wrapped it with just a little bit of tape on the back so that the sticker would stay on there, and just redid everything from top to bottom. And people actually really appreciated the stickers instead of a band. So it kind of worked out in our benefit. And when you had one cigar, you had one sticker to put on somewhere. One cigar, another sticker. And I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to send it to me unbanded. I'll do it myself if I have to. I'll put the stickers again because I thought it was.
I don't ever want to ban cigars again. For our Grace O'Malley, that we couldn't because they came out of the barrel, and then we were just going to ban them ourselves because they were local here, and we're a couple hundred cigars in, well, this is a horrible idea. How do they? I honestly, and they would have said yes, but I didn't want to call in a favor to JC Newman. I told Jessica, I go, let's just call JC Newman. I go, that's what they do. They have the girls up there, a couple thousand cigars, they could band them quick, probably within an hour or two. They could band them all. She's we are not calling them. I'm she's I know they do it for us, but they probably hate it. So I'm okay.
I remember
band them ourselves.
I remember one of the worst banding jobs I ever saw. And it was from two reputable brands. It was actually a limited run from a while back. It was 2019. I think it was when AJ and Rocky did a collaboration because, AJ Fernandez, they collaborate with so many brands. And I can't remember what the cigar was called. It was, from what I remember, it was a pretty good one. I think I got about a handful of them, and they were sent to me by a guy named Juan out in Arizona, that me and Tim were buddies with for a while. He had his own review channel for a bit. And on every single one of those bands, they were stuck to the wrapper. Every single one. The way whatever glue or adhesive they used. And now it's not this amazing talent that I have, but I usually, with most of the cigars that I smoke, I try to slide the band off if I can. Just because, especially if it's a cigar I haven't smoked. The cigar I'm smoking right now is the McAuliffe Herencia.
Nice.
That's what I got out of one of my smoke in boxes.
Shout out to Lauren.
Yeah. But and there was a bet going for a little while where I told Juan, I said, if I'm able to slide a band off without taking any of the wrapper off, you got to send me. With certain cigars that he had at the time, I can't even remember. Never managed to do it. And I let them sit for a while too, just to see if the humidity kind of made it separate.
Loosen it up. Yeah.
Yeah. It made it separate a little bit, but yeah, I mean, they were good cigars. Don't get me wrong. It was a nice little limited run that they had that, I don't think they're anywhere out there in circulation anymore, but yeah, it was just, every single one. Tim got some, I had some, Juan had some too, and just no matter how hard we tried, we could not get the band off without taking at least a fragment of wrapper with it. Just couldn't do it.
years ago, I tried to get Bradley Rubin, of Alec Bradley, I wanted a couple of bands from the Filthy Hooligan, like to send me from the factory, so I could be the only person in the world that had a non-torn Filthy Hooligan band, because they're the worst. Because it's at paper, so I mean, there's no getting it apart. No, you could slide it off, but you could never, get a flat one. I'm like, I need you to send me like a flat one, and they'll be like, look what I was able to do. And people are like, no, it's like I'd have the
cheater
only one. Yeah, I'd have the only one complete.
Right. That would have been awesome. I wouldn't have questioned it one bit. I would have been like, that's impressive, and I'm a little jealous, but
that's wizardry right there. But that's that's cigar band. It's a good cigar band. I mean, it irritates me when people put a foot band. It's only a foot band on the cigar band. Steve Saka and your stupid ribbon, ribbon foot bands. I can't. It just you can't take an Instagram photo with it.
Look at my Bewitched. How do you know it is?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you it is.
Yeah, it's the same with which I love. Tim over Oshner Family Cigars. But man, his cigar bands are busy. Like you can't tell. Like you can't take a photo of that band and tell what it is. Like it's beautiful up close, but it is a busy band.
I will. We're gonna go. I'm gonna do a little old man corner here myself too, just to put them on blast. Skip and your damn bands that never come off. Oh my God. All of Roma Craft bands. I don't know. I want to get them on the show.
You take the band off and there's another band underneath.
There's another.
There's another band.
I'm not angry. I'm not. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Miguel, what are you smoking? Did you tell us what you were smoking yet?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It's just Pariah Cigars.
You did say that. Okay. I said I couldn't remember offhand. But yeah. His bands, who's come out for real good? Like people that use like the big band, like Camacho, those always just slide right off. Blackbird, they use the same style, slide right off, and
Blackbird. Man, I haven't had a Blackbird in a minute. Now I've got to go raid the humidor, see if I can find one real quick. Dang, good. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
there's so many companies. Oh man.
I don't think I've had a Blackbird cigar, if I'm being honest. I don't think I've had the pleasure.
Really?
So. Yeah, what's that?
If I find one, I'm sure I'll find two. I'm gonna have to grab you one then.
No, now's about the time, and I need to do it sooner than later. Is when I try to see if I can hit up a brand or two that have like kind of spooky or Halloween themed cigars, and see if they're willing to sponsor a Halloween special. Of course, I'm not sure if that's happening this year, just because like where I'm doing this from is the loaner laptop I got from my father-in-law. It's a Dell laptop, really old one. Yeah. Streaming, like using this webcam that I'm using, it's a 4K webcam. I love it, and it's one of the Amit brand. And but whenever I try to record content with it, the frame rate is so goddamn slow. Like there will be a pause for like 2 minutes, and then I'll move, and then another 2 minutes, and then I'll move. And even with my Canon that I use as like kind of, it's set up to be like a webcam to record my content and stuff. Yeah. Even that's slow as fuck. I haven't recorded a video in months because of it. And so, but I just got a voice gig that might help me speed up that process, hopefully. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I may have to go analog, meaning I'll use my phone.
Like you're gonna start putting it on VHS and just kind of shipping it to everybody. I'll Kevin.
Maybe I'll make it look that way.
My phone shoots in 8K, so I mean, phones can shoot incredible video.
Yeah, no, I have a good phone. I have a Google Pixel, and it has really great high def video and photo and stuff. So no, it wouldn't be so bad. It's just a pain in the ass because I have my setup and it was beautiful, and then my laptop decided to take a shit on me and decide, nope, we're not doing this anymore. And I love that laptop too. Dell's, I mean, as happy as I am to have this loaner because I can do this stuff and a couple other things.
True.
It's a piece of crap.
Yeah,
it really is. But we'll see what happens. I may get lucky in that regard sooner than later. So we'll see what happens.
What do you call it? Yeah, no, I hope it does happen. But yeah, like you said, great cameras on the phones nowadays. The audio is getting better if you just go directly from. But I mean, a couple of lavs was like $20. It's not the end of the world. So whatever you have out there, guys, if you want to film something, just start filming it.
I remember a few years ago, Miguel, you got called out by some of the cigar media for being at PCA with your phone. They were filming with their phones.
I was like, no. It worked.
Oh my God, they were filming with their phones.
What do you call it?
I
wasn't selfieing my interviews with people. No, it was a full setup. It also has always been my curse whenever I go to almost any trade show is the audio. I have my external recorders for audio.
Yeah.
And the first year I had my mic, Frankie elbowed it and broke it off my camera. So I had my DSLR, and he just turns around like, we should go over there. Boom, breaks it. The next year, something happened with my mic, like first interview, and it broke down. So I ended up using my phone to record audio just back and forth. So now that's been the routine because it's never failed me. The phone has never failed me. No matter what I'm doing, no matter where it's at, maybe lighting isn't the best, but my phone, this guy right here, who also doesn't have a case, just like myself, raw dogging life as well, does not ever seem to want to quit. It is my Brokeback Mountain, okay? It does not quit me. All right. So
I filmed this year at PCA with a GoPro, and I bet I had a dozen people message me afterwards after seeing like the videos, like, "What were you filming on?" I go, "GoPro." See, I don't want to lug around a big camera and that whole setup with the gimbal that people are using, And at the end of the day, we're all capturing the same footage.
Did you see what Tim was lugging around? I mean, I'm pretty sure he took it to PCA.
Oh yeah. Tim saved my ass on the Tatuaje interview because my mic died, and Tim just happened to be in the media room. And I'm like, "What are you doing right now?" He's like, "Nothing." I go, "Can you please come film, the Tatuaje interview with me because everything,
awesome.
Everything died. Mics, yeah."
I don't know how the fuck he got that on the plane. That big old giant tripod. That tripod's taller than me, and I'm 6'1". And he's just like dragging it all around. When we were at TPE, he's dragging that thing around. Now it was easier to get that there because we both drove,
Yeah, and for him, for like a single person to be able to attach everything on there, that's brilliant. It was such a good, but yeah. If you've got two people, I had Care. He was holding the GoPro, mics, got I didn't need all that big setup. Just. It's all about the end game. People think you got to have like this big fancy camera and everything else. And people, there's some podcasters in the room with the media room, and they're kind of talking down to us a little bit. The group of us is like, oh, like why are you guys here? And it's just and then it found out, and I'm like, after I found out who they are, I'm like, I have more followers than you do by like 20,000. I'm like, and you're talking down to us because of our equipment. It's just like, please, it's just
it's so stupid. That's so stupid. Just because like not everybody can afford. Well, one, like not everybody can afford like the most high tech equipment, but also even if you can, you got to keep it simple and compact, especially if you're going to trade shows like that. You need to be able to like pick up and go. And
I can afford the fancy equipment, and I still choose to use a GoPro, which still films in 4K, or shoot with my phone. At the end of the day, it's all about the content you put out on social media, and and we're all putting out same quality content, all at least all of us here, and it's just and I'm the only one that shot everything in vertical. People are still shooting, people have mentioned that before. Oh, you shoot a lot of vertical. And I'm like, yeah, it's because 90% of their people they don't want to turn their fucking phone, I don't want to turn my phone. I want to be able to just watch it as I'm, so I shoot vertical video. I mean, I do some horizontal, but
it makes me so sad to have to shoot vertical just because the filmmaking background just makes me want to cry. But you are absolutely right. 100%. I just had a conversation with a much better, one of my favorite filmmakers in town, Hectic Films. If you guys ever check them out, go watch Naked Zombie Girl for Halloween because it's a wonderful movie. He is the epitome of 80s horror slasher in today's time. But he's talking about selling out to the vertical filmmakers, and he's actually going to shoot a movie completely vertical and a series, excuse me. And I'm just like, you guys are right. Like nobody wants to turn their phone. I don't even turn my phone now. I realize like I'm filming all the behind the scenes stuff for the photo shoots that I do vertically because all it is short reels. Like I'm not gonna make a whole video out of it. It's just 30-second clip, 30-second clip. Yeah. And now everything is gone that route. And I'm so bummed because it took years to like, okay, get your rule of thirds down, get the perfect spot, get the golden ratio down. And now it's all gone. And I am foolish for thinking that, no, it's never going to change. No, technology, AI, none of that's going to make a difference. I didn't realize how quickly it was going to catch on. But you are 100% right. Vertical is it's smarter, and you can still make some wonderful images vertically. You can make some beautiful pictures happen.
Yeah,
no reason not to.
Yeah,
I need to do that more, just because especially because platforms like TikTok and Instagram, and even I mean Facebook tends to be a little bit more like the way the format is. It tends to be a little bit more horizontal.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 or something. But yeah,
it's not quite this, the same dimensions as like TikTok or Instagram. The real format. And but yeah, I mean, and on top of that, like, and I'm no better most of the time. Most of the time, people's attention spans can be measured in nanoseconds, and so like a quick 30 to 60-second video is really most of what we all have either the capacity or to watch, or what we have time for. The long form content is slowly on its way. Well, very quickly now is on its way out.
And unless it's like a really good, like I'll watch a 3-hour Joe Rogan, podcast. Yeah. But for the average, like, that's why I trying to keep almost all my videos to under 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 59 seconds. That's, and even I think that's too long for some videos, all of my PCA stuff, meeting up with whoever we're interviewing is like, oh, so, like, what do you do? And I go, you got 3 minutes and to explain everything. Cause I don't want to go over that. I go, nobody wants to watch a 10-minute video on you explaining stuff. And I go, no offense, cigars are boring. You have 2 minutes to get your shit out, 2 to 3 minutes. And 90% of people like, thank you so much. We're tired of doing these long format, because they allot half-hour increments for all their interviews. And I'm like, I'm out. Let's get in, get you, 3-4 minutes, get the hell out of here.
Wham, bam, thank you, man.
Yeah,
absolutely do not want to take up their much time because it's important to help get the word out, but they're also trying to make money. And if I'm taken away from that, I feel terrible. So like I've been asked multiple times, like, hey, we had an appointment. I'm so sorry, but can you come back later? Not an issue. Like you said, 10 minutes and we're good to go. 5 minutes of filming, 5 minutes. Hey, let's set something else for later. I'm out of your way because we're not that it's secondary, but it is secondary. It's a secondary thing to be there. I don't want to be in their face or even taking up room at the booth. Sometimes I feel like I'm just, doing too much. I'm doing too much in the way. Ugh.
Yeah. James at Sinistro called me after PCA and he goes, bro, why didn't you come by? I go, bro, I came by 8 times. And I go, you were with customers every time. I go, I'm not interrupting that. Period.
Right. Oh no, he's the only one I'm willing to interrupt. Like no, we'll do business later. I take paperwork out of his customers' hands. Like, no, you're done today. We're talking. No.
I'm not that ballsy. I haven't reached that point yet because like I always feel like the turd in the punch bowl when I'm just like waiting, for somebody to open up and just have that moment, and I feel so weird and awkward. And but most of the time, and especially like at TPE, because my first TPE, I didn't do any interviews. I just kind of took in the lay of the land and was just kind of getting a feel for everything since it was my first trade show. I didn't want to wear myself out just trying to figure out how I was going to sit down and talk with a bunch of people. I just went over them and had conversations. So that way there was less pressure on them and me. And, but this time around, I wanted to get at least a couple in, which, I got some really great ones. And next time I can't say for sure that I'm going to PCA because that is because it's in New Orleans. I would love to say that I could go. I mean, if somebody threw me a bone, I don't know what that would look like, and maybe sponsored a trip out there because I know that does happen. But unless that happens, I'm not going. But I would definitely like to go to TPE at the very least. I know it's kind of dwindling when it comes to the cigar industry.
Especially since Cretech just signed something with PCA, like they're partnering with something, and Cretech owns TPE. So I could see in the next couple of years TPE, the cigar part of TPE going away. It just seems like a lot more manufacturers are having to choose or choosing to choose which one to go to. Especially since they're so close to get, and then now, especially with last year and this year, Vegas and New Orleans, it was easier when everything was in Vegas and you stored your, all your stuff, you could just, bring it, but, since they're separated, to bring it halfway across, the country there, well, not halfway across, but it was still more of a pain. So I don't know.
Yeah. Like those poor guys from, Cigars for Warriors driving all that stuff over there. That's gotta be a bear. But, the chance for people, because there's still people going to TPE, so the more you can do for them and make their time worth it is really nice too. So it's not that it's a dead option yet, but like Kevin was saying, that's coming to a point soon, very soon.
Yeah, Richard, I'd 100% go to PCA if someone covered all expenses and added bonus cash to spend. Well,
I wouldn't even need that. I wouldn't even need that. Up. Honestly, I don't even think I would even need that much coverage. I wouldn't expect that, and I don't think I am close enough with one manufacturer for that to be a possibility. But like, if they just said, "Yeah, we'll cover your stay," that's the most expensive part of the whole thing. I can find a cheap flight to New Orleans, no problem, and I can, dude. I've made, when I was at TPE, just for those couple nights, I stretched $250 for that entire freaking time and had money left over.
Yeah, so, that's all. Last couple of years we've had sponsors, and it's just cover the hotel. It's all we ask. Cover the hotel. We'll put your commercial at the beginning of the shows, and that's all. And that's all we ever ask for. We never try and go above and beyond. Yeah. Cover my hotel. I'm good to go.
I can save up for a flight and some spending cash. I mean, from here until then. I mean, if I get into talks with anybody, and there's a couple people that I'm actually looking to, hit up and have conversations with and just see what happens. A couple people who I haven't talked to in a while, and, they said, "Hey, yeah, let's talk soon." We'll see what happens. It's one of those things where, even though like my reach isn't like, Kev, you mentioned having like 20,000, around 20,000 people who subscribe or follow you or whatever. Like, dude, I don't even have 3,000 on Instagram. I don't have 3,000 followers, not even. And I've been doing this for 7 years. And
well, I don't want to interrupt, but when it comes to like PCA, follower count does not make a difference. Because what you want to do, just
you made my point for me.
If all you do is put it on YouTube, it's search engine optimization, and that's what you sell. Because the cigar industry, PCA is the pinnacle of the events. People are searching for PCA coverage of either their favorite manufacturer or just PCA 2026. If you come up in the search results, people are going to click on your videos. They're going to see the advertisement for the company you're advertising for. And, so for events like that, I always say, like I said, it doesn't make any difference. Like I said, your follower count doesn't make a difference. And plus, for some of these companies to pony up, $1,400 for like, to cover your hotel, they're like, fuck it, just give them the money. It's not like you're asking for 5, 6, 10 grand.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm a cheap date. I really
exactly. It's like, I think that's what we did. It was like $1,300 for a hotel, and we promised an X amount of number of interviews. We were golden. It was an easy sell.
Yeah,
love it.
No, for sure. And again, it's only it's what the PCA is in March.
Yeah, I think March. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
or April,
or the beginning of April.
Beginning of April. Yeah,
even better. That gives me time to get my shit together and stuff because I really would love to go. I mean, whether it's Vegas or New Orleans, I've never been to a PCA, and it's one more thing that I want to cross off. Which if I'm able to go next year, that's great, and then I could pony up enough to go the following year, and all I have to do is drive. So yeah, it's one of those things that it's definitely a big. I don't want to say bucket list, but it is definitely on the list of things that I want to have happen over the next, year or so. Just to have the experience and get to network and connect with everybody. It's always a pleasure. It's always a huge pleasure. So.
Oh yeah,
100%. So I think we're just the beginning of October. So you start setting up your OnlyFans now. You'll have the money in time, and don't worry about the other stuff.
I don't know if I can do feet pics anymore because I just burned the shit out of one of my feet with boiling water just a few days ago. So
you're
I don't
ruining your money maker, sir.
How'd you do that? Yeah, how'd you do that?
How did I do that? Indeed, no. Actually, it's when I describe it, it'll make sense. Just it's something that can happen to anybody. I was just and the thing was, I was just wearing socks, and I was making mac and cheese for my kids. And when I was stirring the pot, I guess I was stirring just a little bit too fast, and it was just perfectly timed where my foot was. Nice splash on my left foot, but it like obviously hurt like a motherfucker, and it was the kind of burn that peeled the fucking skin back.
Oh man,
kind of it was not, and it like it's healing, but the problem is, I can't go that long without wearing shoes because of my job and other stuff that I'm doing. So it's healing, but then it'll kind of like take a couple steps back because I got to put something on as like a buffer in between the sock and shoe and shit. And it hurts. I think it hurts more now because of it's like a rawhide. It's so freaking tight after it gets, dried up and whatnot. And it just hurts just to, I'll be standing still.
Yeah. I'm even on my day off, the first thing I do when I get out of bed, shoes and socks, I don't take my shoes and socks off until 10 seconds before I get into bed. I wear shoes and socks. If I'm awake, I got shoes and socks on.
If I'd have been wearing shoes, I would have had half a chance. And yeah, Eduardo, maybe so, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to sell that kind of pain or if I could do it very well. Like, it's fucking ugly, dude. It is. I'm barefoot right now. I would show you, but I'd have a hell of a time trying to show that on camera right now.
Oh man. Oh no. Oh, well, between Kevin with throwing his back out, you messing up your feet, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe it was a cursed episode today.
Yeah.
Perfect timing for Halloween. Just scars and broken bodies is not what I was hoping for either of you. I want you to be healthy people.
It's just the most random shit that always seems to happen. It's I cut my hands up all the time. That's normal. I work with like scalding hot water every day at my job because, I do the dishwashing at work and shit. And I'm dipping my hands in these giant basin sink of like scalding hot water to pull out dishes. So I'm used to that shit. But like this was a whole different thing. It was like hurt like a motherfucker. And yeah, I was freaking out because I was just like, oh shit, because I burned myself like touching a lawnmower engine accidentally after I shut it off. I've grabbed scalding hot pot handles and shit and burned my hand, got some nice blisters, but this was a whole different thing. And it was nasty, fucking nasty. Every time my youngest sees my foot, he's like, huh. He can't stand looking at it.
It's not that bad, Dad. Go. No. Oh no. Oh,
I'm okay. I'm okay.
We're gonna go back to conversation about cigars in this one because there's a question here from Richard. How many Halloween sticks are out there you can think of? There's a lot, brother. They keep adding to the list. My favorite might be from Viaje. I think it is Viaje who does the zombie antidote. Is it Viaje?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Viaje. Yeah.
I tried to hit them up last year. But I never heard anything back.
Happens.
Hmm?
Yeah, you have Alec Bradley started last year was the Filthy Gooligan.
Yeah.
Which I haven't smoked that one yet. You always got Pete, with the pumpkin series, Tatuaje.
I had that one a few years back. It was great. It was really good. So, and then there's I had the Cryptid last year by Big Sky, which
was so
really
delicious.
Good. Oh, it's a fantastic
cigar. A great cigar. I'm not a huge fan of the Vitola, only because it's the Gordo. It's a pretty big one, but it's still a good cigar. I mean, I still if I see one, I'll still get it and smoke it.
Yeah, they were kind of short and fat when I got mine, and I actually have the box right here. But yeah, this is
there you go.
Still got that line around
5x60.
Yeah, but even for such a small smoke, I don't want to say short, but it's like a smaller one. It still had a nice long burn on it, man. I was able to enjoy that for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely agree with that. And it's probably my favorite cigar they make. I do love it. I do, yeah. I wish it was a different size on that. I'm not a big ring gauge fan, but it was so delicious. I had no complaints. Wonderful stuff.
Yeah, I've actually doing a 3D print project for Big Sky. I can't tell you what it is, but Brandon will probably kill me. But yeah, I've got my printer's been running 24 hours a day for like a week.
Oh shit!
And
dude,
both I got two printers going 24 hours a day. So
nice.
got something cool coming out for him.
Yeah, your electric bill must suck.
They don't draw that much power.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, a 3D printer, running 24 hours a day. I bet it's not $1 a day.
Nice.
I bet it's not 50 cents a day. They're really efficient.
That's good.
Machines.
Love that.
Which is good because I'm picking up a third one this year. So Jessica says the same thing.
How much that cost? $1.50.
Yeah. Do like Vlad does at SOM and use them to print cigar boxes, man.
It's I've thought about it. I mean, we've done some stuff for we've got like a cigar holder coming out for another company that we've been designing, but it can definitely be done. I just worry about longevity of that, like shipment. It's kind of a pain, but yeah, I was thinking about doing some cigar boxes. Problem is that they're not any. If you do them yourself, they're not any cheaper. Wooden cigar boxes are cheaper than 3D printed plastic cigar boxes.
Yeah,
we did a project for a company, and it was just a prototype to see whether it was feasible to do it or not. And we did this beautiful, cigar container. It's about all I can say. He's like, "Oh, these are great. Like what are these gonna cost us?" And I'm like, "You're probably about $9 to $10 a piece." And he's like, "Oh, I was hoping it'd be cheaper than boxes." I go, "No, it's not. It's unique. You couldn't build what they wanted out of wood. It could not be done, but then when you need, 1,000 or something, when you're, talking about a $5 to $6 difference, you just go back to square wood box."
I feel that. Yeah. There is that bottom line that's got to be met. There's no way around that.
Yeah, and unless you're a manufacturer and you buy your own. I've got one that we're doing a prototype for, and he's going to buy a couple of his own 3D printers, basically using me for the design, which is fine. It's what he's paying me for. I know I'm not getting the job, so he's paying me for the design and the prototypes and everything else. And then once it's all said and done, there you go. Do what you want with it. It's your file. So in that situation, that will be cost effective because, he can make them himself.
Fair, but still, there are so many cool ideas that get just trashed because of money, and it's important, but you wish it just wasn't the case. Yeah. And Timothy, Top Star donated, gets variety pack from guests. How about this? Instead of that, just make sure I'll run it for a week. I'll put another picture and post up there. I'll do a 5-pack sampler, and as long as you've liked all the pages that you see on this right now, at least on Facebook, let me know. Let me see it. Send them my way. I'll put you guys all into a wheel at the end of the month, so you have the whole month to do it. You'll get a 5-pack sample pack from me. All right, how about that?
All right, I'll kick in on that. Give me the winner's address when you pick, and then I'll throw the winner something.
There we go. Tim, all you had to do is ask, and you just won double stuff right there, brother. Good work. And what do you call it? Dang it! I lost my train of thought in that conversation. I can plug it real quick. If you want to join the PayHip, it's on the thing, guys. If you want to hop on there, we gave away a full box for the grand prize and a couple other prizes as well. The Pacer group is still going, so if you guys want to do that, I don't know if I've told Kevin or Kyle about this. The Pacer group is an app where it just tracks your steps, right?
Hey guys,
so in there.
I'm gonna have to bail. Sorry, man.
Oh, no worries. We'll
no
wrap
worries.
it up in a minute. Yeah. I'll let you close this out then real quick, brother. With give the links, give the socials real quick.
No, yeah, I'm easy to find. It's just Smoking Revelry on Instagram, on TikTok. I ditched my X account, so I don't use that anymore. But yeah, you can find me mainly on those, and obviously on YouTube, Smoking Revelry on YouTube.
Good. So, all right, guys, you heard it.
All one word.
Make sure you like and subscribe, and you'll be entered to win something at the end of the month. All right, guys. So do it.
Yes, please.
Just
please.
Hit the button. Please. Yeah. All right,
All right,
brother.
we'll see you
Good
later,
talking
Kyle.
with you. Yeah.
All right, you guys take care.
All right.
All right.
Now we can talk all kinds of crap about Kyle. Now he's gone.
Yeah.
You know I'll watch this later, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll leave the
later,
really
guys.
mean stuff for off camera then.
For sure. All right. Later.
Talk to you later, brother.
See it.
Ah, well, that's all right.
All right, we're good to go. I stayed up this late. We're going. We're going, man.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, we'll keep it going for another couple minutes, guys. I want to talk with you.
Keeping it for another hour. I don't care. I mean, however long we got.
No, I am going to wrap it in a little bit just because I promised some children to take them to a Halloween movie tonight. For some reason,
what are you seeing?
Strangers Part 2 or something. I let them
Okay.
pick. I'm gonna have a good nap in the middle of it because this one doesn't look that good to me.
Yeah. Okay.
But for some reason, none of my younger siblings have school this week. They're high school and middle school, and like their school closed. They're like doing some in-house service things or something. And if I leave them alone too long, the house will be destroyed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take them away as much as possible from there. Just like, let's go do something else so you don't burn something down again.
In California, you guys always got something going on over there.
It's true. I mean, Halloween is a great time, especially in California. There's a lot of cool stuff happening.
No, I meant with the schools being out. You guys were always got up to some shady shit. Did you see the thing on the new the user fees for cigar lounges? They're going up by like $250, to pay for all this bullshit for the new inspections you guys got going, where manufacturers have to send your cigars. Like, oh, we have to pay for more people now. So because we created a law and we didn't allocate any more money, so now everybody's license fees is going up by $250.
Yeah, it's no, I felt that. That's actually why, because of that and the UTL rules, I'm not putting out any more cigars for the foreseeable future. I just can't afford it. I can't do it right now. So I'm hoping that take the next year off and kind of restructure some finances and come back to it. I will hopefully still be at the DR at some time, going with James over to the Artista factory and maybe work on some stuff. But
are you going this year? When are you going?
That is the plan.
Okay, because I was going to try and get down there this year, like in November or something, or whenever he was going. Let me know. Maybe we'll all try and meet up and go down at the same time.
I would love that. Yeah. Well,
because my boy, if he's not going to be down there, he's got a townhouse that he says it's free. He goes, you let me know when you're going to be there. I'll have the keys waiting for you.
That's awesome. That's a good buddy right there.
Yeah. So he owns a cigar company. So I just won't say because everybody will be hitting him up. Hey, I'm going down there. Can I have your? So yeah, you let me know. Like, we'll try and get down there together. We'll hang out and chill and. Because I want to do something with Artista and visit my boys over at La Aurora and a few other places as well.
Of course, yeah. Oh my gosh, I've never been to the DR, and I'm so excited.
Neither have I. Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, we're gonna be doing the tour thing, right? We're gonna take some selfies together, random places that everyone's already like. Guys, you're just being tourists now. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's also, I give James so much crap though, because he knows my Spanish is so poor. And that's how he starts every conversation with anyone he's ever introduced me to for the industry, because everyone has very good Spanish, and I just happen to be one of the few Rodriguezes who cannot claim that. It's very disappointing in myself. And he's like, "Oh, this is Miguel Rodriguez. He doesn't speak Spanish," and then he just kind of takes off on me. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry. I keep complaining about that, guys. I apologize. It's a million times I've told that story. But no, brother. Before I let you go, though, is there anything that you wanted to make sure people have been hearing about, or want to make sure that they hear about?
No. Just follow me on all the socials. Definitely give you I'd appreciate that. Cigar Prop. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me. Go to my website, cigarprop.com. Sign up for my newsletter. If you hang out on my website for like 10 seconds, the little newsletter thing will pop up. We've been having some great deals from other manufacturers. Will send us like, hey, for your followers, like this 5-pack of like AJ Fernandez, like $15 free shipping for you guys. So I'm like, fuck yeah. So I'll blast it out to my followers. And like I said, crazy good deals sometimes, So the only way to get those is be a subscriber to my newsletter. So
that is too awesome, brother. That's some good stuff right there. So sign up, people. I might need to escape California soon because like what we just talked about. So if you have a couch to crash on, just let me know so I can get out of here because
that's it. Head over to North Carolina with OGT moved out from you guys. What was his Oak Glen tobacconist? What was his name? God, I can't remember his name offhand. I know, I could tell it to you all day, but now that I mention it, but yeah, he got out. Gerard over at Jake Wyatt got out and moved here to Florida. So yeah, people are bailing.
Mardo's still doing awesome stuff. Gosh, yeah, I don't want to jump ship. Thank you, Eduardo. Oh my gosh, appreciate that, brother. But I don't want to leave California. I do love it, but they're making it hard to love. It's an abusive relationship these people want to have, and sooner or later you gotta leave the house.
But he loves me.
I don't think California loves me anymore. I don't know. I don't know if I feel it. Oh, guys. All right, going into another tangent, but Kevin, thank you so much for picking this Monday with us. I really do appreciate you being on here. October is going to be a really great month, and it all started because of you guys. I really do appreciate you being on with me.
Oh, you're very welcome, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. I'm going to let you guys go. Next week, we have Melanie on, the Cisco kid. So if you guys want to watch her and her craziness, she will be here, as she always does. She's very fun. You know that. I don't have to explain her.
Oh, yeah.
But you guys have a great one. See you guys next week. Take care of yourselves out there. Do something Halloween related and just have a good time, all right? Have a good one, guys.